this at the same time. Give me just a second. I said I was going to offer up those charms that I was showing in the last hour. So I need to load those too. So give me just a second. Chat among yourselves. Did y'all enjoy? I'm not looking at the chat, so I can't answer you directly. I hope y'all enjoyed the that unboxing. It's the first time I've ever done that. So I hope you did enjoy it. All right. Let's see. Darn it. How many of you know that district won't let you it's aggravating. It won't let you do a whole bunch at one time. You have to do them one by one. So, I probably so converting them to auction is taking a minute here. Hang on. I just hope I get it done right. Oh goodness. Um I apologize, y'all. I am just not I wasn't really ready. But are you still there? 7 of you? All you need to do know is I can't type. If you push variant, I think it'll allow you to push numbers. Um, what I'm doing is I had to put it in buy it now, and then I'm putting it convert to auction. I'm not smart enough, Desiree, to do the variant thing. Hang on just a second. I'm just about through. Hang on, hang on. I'm here. I'm just over at my computer. Let's see. Let me grab a couple of those charms. See if I can find those. I may have to. Y'all, where you can't even check out my bite now. I was going to say those AV lights. Hang on, let's see. Oh, let me hang on. Oh my gosh! Now I can't find the charms that we were doing in the last show. Well, they'd still be under auction, wouldn't they? Because we didn't ever run them. So let me look under auction. I want to get one or two in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, I found the charms. Okay, what did you say about doing the variant? Let me try that variant. It's not coming up. It won't let me. Convert to buy it now. We're at the back now. I'm going to do three of them. Okay, just about got the charms up. Okay, here comes the first one. Okay, here comes the second one. All right, and here comes the third one. Y'all are being so patient. I'm here. Y'all talk among yourselves, chat. Okay, there's the last one. Okay. All right, what now? Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing you now, Desiree. I'll have, you and I'll communicate on. Yeah, I know you need to teach that to me when I'm off screen. I wasn't able to um, read and do at the same time. I am loading my store now. That won't take but just a second to get these up. And as far as the teaching online goes, if I don't if I don't have, let me put a couple of those. Okay, I'm also loading up those UV torches into my store. Okay, all right. Oh, Lord help. Thank y'all. There's 12 of you in here and you've been so patient. Thank you. This little old lady's a little frazzled here. But I wanted to be able to offer some of these things for sale as we go. And we're going to do these Victorian charms at the end. So just hang on. And Desiree, you and I'll privately get together and you can teach me how to do that for the next time. You make a video with a voiceover. Look at that. I'm telling you, these younger gals, they know everything about technology, and I am so blessed to know some young. Rachel, with Lilyworks is extremely talented with this, and I could name a bunch more of you, but Desiree, Flippin' Des, she's got her act together too. Took you a bit to figure it out. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We have been talking about the first element of design, which is line. And as you know, I told you it's the most basic of all design elements. Every design includes line. And we were starting to learn the different types of line, and we were just starting to get into the different expressions or the way the human psyche responds psychologically to these elements in line in particular. And I was so proud yesterday, somebody yesterday, now I can't remember who, I think it was Dee. She was using some of the terminology, and I was back here just cheering and yelling and going, yeah! It was so cool to hear her use the terms. All right, we talked about that line can suggest movement because once it's a path of a moving dot, as soon as you put your drawing instrument on your paper, you've formed a dot, and when you start drawing a line, look at there, I'm using my hand. It that dot is moving. So the most basic characteristic of line is that it can suggest movement. And I don't know talked about this photograph. I've shown the photograph. I used to be a graphic designer, so I'm a photographer myself. But as I mean, I've hired photographers too to do stuff. But this so I'm keen to mass produce commercial images, and have even done in my dissertation. I did a whole thing on the criticism, the art, what called art criticism, of mass produced images. But line in this is absolutely spectacular. There is a point or a dot uh, in this photograph that when we start talking about the principle of emphasis, we will refer to that as a focal point. And what would you guys say is the focal point of this photograph? Where does your eye enter this image? Where do you look first? And it's quite contrived by the graphic designer. Um, Sandy, y'all, thank y'all. Give me a response in chat now. This is supposed to be a chat. Y'all supposed to be talking back and forth. Okay, Rosie says she's looking at the ring first, and I know why. Because Rosie, your psyche, Deborah, is you are geared for looking at beautiful jewelry. But I'm going. If you don't, yeah, Desiree really got it though. It's the lips. And Deborah, whether you realize it or not, when you first looked at this, you looked at those lips. And there's a ton of reasons why, and I'll tell a few of them. But and then quickly your eye moved, that's a line, okay, to that piece of jewelry. But the designer of this piece, this photograph, this is very contrived. Okay, you look there first, and you might have looked at the eyes a split second. And all this happens in just split seconds. And the reason why you would have looked at the lips first, normally we would look at people's eyes first on a human face. It is a basic instinct that goes back to the caveman time that you look at the eyes first. And the reason why is you're trying to determine, is this a friend or a foe, or is it food? Okay. And you'll look at the eyes first, and then you'll quickly move to other areas. And sometimes that movement's controlled by a designer. And in this case, it's true. But if you look there first, it's split second later you were looking there, but it's possible you looked here first. And the reason why is of that color. When we talk about color theory, we're going to learn about cool colors and warm colors. And that red is definitely not just warm, it's rather hot. And anything that is hot or warm in temperature color wise can be used by a designer or a painter or whatever, and even in jewelry. Okay, if you've got a red stone somewhere that's centrally placed, it will draw the eye quicker than a cool color will. So we look at those lips, and then maybe we jump up and look at her eyes again. And then, and Deb, you don't realize, but this is probably what happened with you, but she's looking this way. That is an example, very strong gaze this way. That's an example of what we call psychic line. And psychologically, we're going to look in the direction she's looking. What's she looking at? This is all going on subconsciously. So we come here, we hit the edge of the image, which is a line itself, and we come down and we hit remove these earrings out of the way. We hit the contour edge or line formed by this finger, the contrast between the dark and the light, and we come down and boom, there we are at that ring. That's where Deb said she entered the image, was there. Um, but now this is a commercial image for the jewelry, right? So the purpose is to grab your attention and direct your eye to the jewelry. So once we're here, we might look around the edge of it quickly, and then we'll probably catch one of these contour lines formed by an edge between light and dark, which is the element of value. We'll talk about that later. And then we come up and boom, there we are at the earring. And from there, we might go in different directions. We might come here and look how they put her arm up here to form another strong line going across. We hit the edge of the image, come back down. We might notice that it's somewhat low in value because it's in the shadows. We come on down and boom, here we are at the necklace, and which is made up of implied lines. All of those stones set form implied lines. It brings us back down to her finger and back up to, we probably come right back to those lips. How many of you keep looking at those lips? It's because of that hot color. All right, so it's a very clever photograph, but it's a good example of how line can be used for movement. And we showed, I can't go back and sell. In fact, I don't even know in this tray, I haven't pulled out the ones that have sold, so I hope to goodness I don't try to resell something I've already sold. But we looked at this Coro uh, brooch and saw movement there. And listen, if any of these didn't sell the other day, I will put these on up into the back now after this session. So if you liked it, you can find it in the back now. But this was a coral brooch, good example of line as movement. Now I'm not going to rehearse the whole thing we did yesterday. Let me see where we let off. I think we um, let off talking about. Um, I think I showed the Juliana uh, brooch. I had this Juliana brooch for 55, and I don't think anybody bought this. Do y'all remember? Did we let off talking about? Um, Hang on just a second. Yeah, I don't think we got. I think, and but you know what? I don't think that's in the store. So again, you'll have to find this in the back now. I didn't get everything loaded up. Let me see what's in the store. Psychic lines, horizontal lines, diagonal zigzag. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. I need to load some more up right quick. Okay. I tell you what, it might be best for me to do this. Um, it might be best for me to go object by object or piece by piece that I know didn't sell because they're still in my store, and just talk about the line concept as we go. This is an example of psychic line, believe it or not. Remember in the photograph where I said our eyes looking, that in art or because you're not going to find eyes, in jewelry. But that's always a strong indicator the artist is making you look from here to here by eye gaze. But in jewelry, it can actually function because here we've got implied line with these faux pearls. We've got this zigzaggy, and what are we doing? We're learning vocabulary words as descriptors. So just pay attention. I'm teaching as I'm showing you zigzag lines. Okay, set up visually tension. Uh, if those were smooth lines, you wouldn't be near as interested in looking at it as you are this, because smooth lines kind of put you at rest. You sense psychologically a calmness, no threat. But anything that has got sharp, zigzaggy edges, believe it or not, uh, makes us, our basic instinct is, whoa, that could be dangerous, as in a knife or a sword, and it's hard to believe that our mind is functioning this way, but it is. There's been studies done on this. This is not just me making this up. There's been studies done on it. So a brooch that is designed now, it's emulating a leaf, which in nature has those jagged edges, but the designer may or may not have been aware of the fact that this brooch uh, sitting on someone's dress or lapel will grab attention because it sets up a sense of tension. It may be for a split second, but it is interesting. It makes it more interesting to have those zigzaggy lines. And then we've got that strong implied line. And can y'all see the little rhinestones that are sitting on either side of those pearls that form additional implied lines? And they're bluish green, watermelon, AB. They are absolutely gorgeous. Is this thing? This is an unsigned piece. Uh, it's really quite remarkable. But psychic line, this thing from the tip of its stem all the way up, and boom, it makes your eye want to move off in this direction. So we could refer to this like an eye gaze as a psychic line. Now I'm going to start the yeah, I'm getting messages and from coming at me, text y'all. Well, let me get through this teaching. Start auction on this. I've got this for just $8. If you guys need, okay, I'm seeing your text, Rachel. Um, $8, and the bid has started. Anybody interested? It's unsigned, but look again at those little rhinestones set next to those faux pearls. This is really an exquisite little piece. Okay, anybody interested? Thank you. I'm going back and seeing Stillbirds from another teacher. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's kind of you. Appreciate that. Okay, this was a psychic line, and that was number 18. Okay, what I'm doing is going down through my store, ones I know that I can sell, and this is a horizontal example of horizontal line. This is a 925 sterling ring, and it's size 8, and it is tanzanite. And before I talk about, well, you can see the horizontal lines in the design of this stone and the zigzag. Look at the zigzaggy lines. So this ring would cause some attention if you would have it. Normally I can wear an 8 on this finger. My hands are swollen. But tanzanite, let me just tell you guys that that's from Tanzania, Africa, and those mines have been shut down. Y'all, if you can get hold of a genuine Tanzanite, or if you've got it, hang on to it because it is going to shoot up in value. And while I'm bragging on this one, let me put it up there. I've got it for $55. It is sterling, size 8. Those are genuine gem quality Tanzanite, and I paid just a little less than that 55 for it. So you're getting it at a really good price. Anybody interested? Hey, Frisky Philly, welcome in. And Diane, Diane, thank you for joining. We're doing a little teaching online. And I'm selling my examples as we go. This is an example of horizontal line, which has a sense of stability to it, although the zigzag outline or contour lines around the outside is zigzagging. It's a bit of a conflict. Well, you know what? It's because of conflict over there that the mines have been shut down. Anyway, that has ended. If you read about Tanzanite and change your mind, contact me about this ring, or I'll have it up in the back now, unless I change my mind about selling it. Okay, diagonal zigzag earrings, gold tone, AB, Navette's clip on. Okay, let me show them first. This is an example of zigzag lines. These are unmarked clip-on gold tone, but what designer does that remind you of? See those zigzag or diagonal lines that are channel set rhinestones, clear rhinestones, and then the ABs, and then these navettes. These remind me of Sherman, but they're not marked, and Sherman normally is, so I'm not saying these are, but these are absolutely stunning. And that stone I have just popped out earlier, and I've got it in the tray here, and I can pop that back in. It's actually a prong set, and the prong just came loose. So if you're interested in buying these, I've got them for just $14. Wow, do I really? $14? I'll reset that stone for you before I send them out. Deb's wanting those. You sure I didn't buy these from you, Deb? Are you buying them back? I know you like those Navettes. And Deb will, Rosie B, her name's Deborah. She will research these things. She is one knowledgeable gal too. She's the lady I have bought all of these antique and vintage perfume bottles from that I'm going to show over in the Lily Works Antiques and Collectibles eventually. Uh, I'm going to start selling some of them. Some of them I keep. But okay, did somebody win that? Rosie B, these are coming to you. Rachel, you collect them too? Aren't they beautiful? Okay, Rosie, I will replace that stone um, for you before I send it to you. Okay, let's see what else I got in the store. S- Um, well, they um they have been slow to load into my store. You know what? District is glitching all over the place. Has anybody else discovered that? I keep adding these items. I wonder if it's because, hang on just a second. Oh, I know what it is. All right, we're going to have to do this. I'm going to have to put some things in the bite now. I never got it switched over to the auction. So I'll show it to you, and then you can go to the buy it now if that's what you want to do. Does that sound okay? Y'all, I'm so sorry. I am really discombobulated today, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Um, I did have a couple of miscellaneous things that were set at $25. Let's look at one of those. I had just thrown them in for the end of the show when we started the other day. This is a pink. Now there's a marquise cut stone. It is crystal. It's glass. A gorgeous pink color. It is. Let's see. 925. Yes, I've already tested it. And it's a lovely example of line on the setting. Look at that zigzag curving lines that really draw attention to the setting. Look at that stone sitting in there, y'all. It's a the cut is that it's got that point. There's a name for that. I can't think. But that is a gorgeous stone. And I've got this at $25. And you can bid on this. Rachel's wanting that. Isn't that pretty? That is really pretty. Putting my UV on it. I don't see anything. Y'all don't forget I've got these little UV sticks for $10 in my buy it now. These are handy to put in your pocketbook when you go thrifting. Okay. All right. She's placed a bid. Is it still running? I think you can also add the buy it now to your stream too. Yes, but I have to go back over to the computer and we'll just flying by the seat of our pants. You can go over into the bite now, and you don't even have to bid on it, and you can get it. But you have won this one, so yay! Very nice. And here is um, let's see, in the auction. Here is a little inexpensive doodad that I had as an extra. That is a sweet little example of now, this is a pendant also, and it is silver tone, so it's not sterling. But this central stone that's in this thing is stunning. Look at the refraction in that glass crystal. Did I test this thing? I think it is just glass, but that refraction is absolutely out of sight. But it's a wonderful example of what, girls? What is that? What kind of line is that encircling this stone? And I've got it up and running for just $10. This pendant is an example of anybody implied lines. Oh, you won it. You won it, Desiree. I thought Lilyworks was bidding on that. Thank you for buying that. Gulzira, hey, you're joining us, and I am really discombobulated in trying to finish up this teaching. But a nice example of implied lines, and that has ended. Okay, all right. Let's go on with the teaching. And then, as I promised, all of these will show up in my bite now. Some of them may be there now, and you can go for there. Now, vertical lines up and down. I had several. Let's see if this one's in the store so I can direct you to it. This would be vertical lines. Yes, these are in the store for $10. Buy it now. Beautiful blue AB faceted crystals. It looks like Art Deco, but it's not. They're screw back. They are vintage. Let's see that screw back, clip back, screw, clip back. Those are vintage. But this is a wonderful example of vertical lines. Now, vertical lines appear to be at rest, although with these dangle earrings, it's dangling and there's some movement there. But it can vertical lines can also express dignity, poise, formality. So that is where the expressive um, use of vertical lines will come in. So these earrings that are in the buy it now, and I think I said they were $10. You can jump over there and buy these directly without auctioning. And we're first come, first serve. All right, and here's another. Let's see. Let me look, see what else is over there. Um, necklace. Oh, golly. Let's see. Where is that little necklace? I've got the most delicate little necklace, and it is over. This is going to be example of vertical, and this one is in the bat now for $21. This is 18 karat gold plated, and it says so on the tag, but it's plated on stainless steel. It's got a that little bit of an extender, but look, can you see the vertical lines that are used in the design of this thing? It comes down to a little, like a little lavalier, to this little star. And I don't know if that's a diamond chip or not because, y'all, it's too small for me to get in there with my Presidium without touching the metal. But there is a sweet little sparkle set in there. So this is in the store at whatever. Seems like I thought it was 20 something dollars. 18 karat plated over stainless steel. So it's not ever going to turn or change. It'll stay that pretty forever and ever. That's a good example of vertical line. All right, and let's see what else I've got that's vertical. Okay, here is a necklace that's in the buy it now for $7. That is truly a piece of costume. It is vintage. It's from back in the 80s and 90s. And it has got and it's long, really long, so that's going to emphasize the verticality. Once it's on, it's got a little hang tag that's got that C. So I have yet to determine what maker that is. The starting bid for the silver heart bracelet. You're talking about back here on the back. I'm going to get to these charms, Sweet Home, Alabama, at the very end. And these are Victorian. They're over 100 years old. And I'm selling individual ones for 25. And I've only got a few listed. We're going to do that last. And then these charms that are sterling, Victorian. All this is Victorian, so it's expensive. But I'm going to sell the individual charms. So the whole bracelet is like $600. Okay, to answer your question. All right. What was I saying? All right. I have yet to determine what that C is, but this is just costume jewelry. But it's a good example of that hammered metal there, gold tone metal with the leather and the tassel. And how many of you know this tassel business is really coming back strong? That's in the buy it now for a very small amount, and you can go check that out. All right, let me see what else is in the buy it now. Um, oh, this is another example of psychic line that's in the buy it now for $8. And it is truly costume, y'all. And some of you younger girls are into this sort of thing. You'd wear it probably on your index like that, but it's little uh, what we call diamante, those glass rhinestones that look like diamonds. And it's psychic because even without my finger pointing, it's pointing itself. So it's drawing the eye up and over. And I think this is in the buy it now for a really like $7 or something. But is that not fun? So if you're into that sort of, what is that? Is that gothic or? I don't even know what they call this type of jewelry, but I picked it up. I think it somewhere, and it's just pot metal, and that's fitting my finger, and I wear a 7.5 to an 8, and it's not going all the way down, so it's probably like a 7.5. But isn't that fun? That is fun. Okay, find that in the bite now. And I'm just looking through my store to see. Okay, here's another example of horizontal lines in a ring. This is in the store for $15. This is, oh, let me look again how I described it in the store. Horizontal lines. This is 925 gold plated over sterling. And these are, and I've tested, these are topaz, clear topaz. And it is a size 5. It's a size 5, a horizontal set. No, it's a 7. Sorry. It's a 7. Look at there. Yeah, it fits my finger. And I have got this for $15. $15. Y'all, those are 5 clear topaz. You don't often see topaz clear. And it's set in 925 that's been gold plated. Is that not stunning? Okay, again, that is in the buy it now for a ridiculously low price. Find it there. And Napier faux gold pearls. Napier faux. Oh, okay. Here's an example of diagonal zigzag lines in a necklace. This is Napier. It's in the back now for $14. It's got its name on the fold over clasp right there, Napier. And you can see the length is looks like it's maybe 14 to 16, somewhere in there. But it's, Napier keeps its beautiful finish. And this is vintage, probably from the 80s or 90s. These little faux pearls. Look at that zigzag line. Now, zigzag lines can suggest action, a feeling of action. They can also make you feel uncomfortable. So if, because of the rising and the falling, it adds tension, a sense of excitement. So if you want to wear something out to dinner with a date, think about your necklace choice. And this one doesn't dip too low, so that's good too. But he'll, in the candlelight of your dinner, he'll notice this necklace. And what's it supposed to psychologically produce? A sense of excitement. I'm getting silly. But anyway, Napier is a nice little collectible piece, and this is over in the bite now. So find it over there. I'm so sorry I haven't got these up to auction, but you guys are big girls. You can go over uh, to the store, the Bite Now store, and let's see. Here's a nice example of zigzag lines. This is a listener. This is in the store for $20. I call it Pink Stone Burst. But look, talk about excitement. Now, this is a pen and it says listener right there. Listener's a nice collectible vintage company. And I think this is awesome. It almost looks like fireworks going off. So, excitement, action, zigzag lines, diagonal lines. Isn't that? I think this is remarkable. I've got it priced really good. It don't need anything else that will have an effect on him. That's Desiree talking, y'all. Y'all don't know she is married to the. Oh my goodness, he is a cutie pie coming and going. Where'd you say he's from? Argentina? He's from South America somewhere, isn't he? And he's into sports. And I'm telling. And listen, y'all, Desiree is probably one of the prettiest gals I've ever seen. She was like in the Miss California contest out there and won for in her area. I'm sorry, I don't know, I can't remember your title, sweetie. But she sings. She's got a YouTube. You can find her on YouTube. She sings. In fact, she just sang the national anthem for some event out there in California. It had to do with the Miss California pageant. But we don't know. We have no idea the folks that are among us. So y'all need to jump into flipping Des and follow her. Yes, Argentina is Italian and Spanish, spicy and hilarious. Oh, he's a heartthrob, y'all. Anyway, they're a cute, cute couple. And speaking of following, y'all need to follow some of these folks if you don't already. And if you see a follow up at the top, follow next to Pack Rat Queen, just press that and follow me. Beware, you never know where I'm going to lead you, though. But at least you can keep up with what's going on. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Rachel saying, "I can't believe that huge vocals come from that. Isn't that the truth, Rachel?" Desiree flipping Des, she can flat sing. Okay, we're having fun, aren't we? Okay, this is in the bite now. As a listener, if you're interested in it, let's see if there's anything else in my store that I haven't referred to yet. Um, let's see. I'm just running down through my store. Um, Earring, necklace and earring. I think somebody bought that. Why is it still in my store? Oh, there is a bracelet somewhere. This right here is an example of implied lines, and y'all, this is just a little um, costume jewelry fold over clasp. It fits me, so it's about a 6 3/4. I got it for $7 in the buy it now. Earring set. Okay, let me come back over here. But it's sweet little bling for $7 and implied line. Anytime you've got stones set in a line, it's forming an implied line. And in fact, each one of these panels is a type of implied line. Most bracelets are going to be linear in direction. Even if it's a wide cuff, it's still got linear direction, which is going to do what? It makes the eye move. Anytime anything's linear, whether it's zigzag, vertical, horizontal, your eye is moving naturally, subconsciously around it. And a good designer will do everything they can to make that eye movement happen and repeat over and over again. Why? Because they want you to look at their design and they want you to buy it. There's all sorts of hidden psychological stuff going on with design, but that's the nature of the game. Did I show y'all these? And I'm not going to show you anything else though, because some of the stuff somebody has already bought, and I'm afraid I'll show you something and it's going to cause confusion because somebody's already bought it. Okay, let's get to these. Let's move all of this out, and let me do a little housekeeping here, and then I'm going to pull these charms up. We'll look at those, and we'll hopefully be able to sell a couple of them. Okay. Wait, 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 wait. Wait. Whew. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. And JME, I mean, not J, YME, why me? Why me? That's clever if you're intending that to be why me. That is clever. How many of you enjoy seeing people's names? Look at her saying yes. Are you a she or a he? It's hard to tell with why me. And it's okay if you're either one. There's a bunch of women. You're a she. Okay. There's a bunch of women in here, but we invite the men folks to come in too. Um, why me? That is too cute. All right. In the previous hour, why me? We were talking about period jewelry, and I was showing examples of jewelry from the Georgian period on up to through the Victorian period, and then I closed that show down and came back over here to do the rest of the line teaching that I started on Saturday with this group. And I'm satisfied we made a muddle of that. So next Saturday at 2 o'clock, please chime in for another discombobulated teaching on shape. Okay, and I'll try to um, keep it to just an hour so we don't have to do a part two. And but right now I had promised to show some of these charms from that are in my personal collection that are Victorian. Now I'm not going to sell any of these coins because, as y'all know, I'm also a coin collector. But these are all vintage or antique, excuse me, coins from that are British. I think these may be Dutch. I can't remember, but anyway, I'm into coins, so I'm gonna reserve this, keep this, but I'm going to tell you prices as we go along just to begin to introduce you to what real legitimate period pieces cost. And actually, I've got down here that this is an Art Deco, yeah, Dutch coins from the Art Deco period. So even the charm bracelet itself is dated to the Art Deco period. And the dealer that I buy these from, I told everybody about her. It's but she can find her on YouTube, Killer Queen Antiques and Jewelry. She's a very, very reputable dealer that's in England that last 2 years I've been buying from her. Her name is Dana, and she sold me this. I paid just 115 for it. I got it at an extremely good price. Just the coins alone would have been way over that as a coin collector. So anyway, that's my private charm bracelet. But this one, I think what I was going to do is just briefly go through them. And first of all, the ones that are, let me well, I won't show that coin. This one's already detached, and I won't show that one either. Let's just do this. I'm going to show you the charms that are on here. These are all Victorian. They're all sterling silver. Most of them are articulated, which means they move or open up. Or look at that. That's the coronation uh, coach buggy. And then what I'll do is I'll snap a photo of it if you buy it. I'm only going to sell a few here, but and then I'll detach that and send it to you. But this bracelet is literally loaded. I mean, there's no way I can even wear it. And in fact, the closure, let me show you what the closure looks like. These Victorian bracelets had these little lockets, heart lockets. And these lockets, y'all, sell for in the hundreds of dollars. Now, this little one didn't. This one's less. But see, they opened traditionally with a key, but that's how you open the bracelet up. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's start. And I'm going to have to watch the chat and just say, yes or thumbs up if you want this one. And let me just check real quick and see what I've got set up in the auction. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got enough for 4 people to buy. Flippin' Des wants the coronation coach. Okay, all right. Let me start that one. And it's starting at 25. Now, y'all, this is a very basic price. Um, this is, if I were to take each one of these charms off, I might recoup what I paid for this bracelet. Of course, I paid for the bracelet too. Right, Desiree's bidding on this coronation coach. Get my phone set up so I can take a picture if anybody buys it so I can remember which one. Okay, has that ended? Okay. All right, let me take a picture of that. All right, that's the first one. Congratulations. Yay. Okay, let's just quickly flip through here. Here is a uh, cash register. There is a locket that opens up, and look at there, it's a heart locket, and there is a uh, little diamond ring. Well, I'm surely that's not a diamond. These are sterling, by the way. By the way, let me tell you, these articulated ones like this sell way more. But I've committed to selling them for 25. So if anybody's interested, I'll stick to my guns. There's that cute little bicycle. Um, there's horseshoe. Horseshoes are real popular during the Victorian period. Look at that old iron. Oh my gosh! Look at the repoussé work, the carving on that sterling. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Oh my goodness! Welcome in, cappers. We're showing charms from the Victorian period, and I can sell three more at $25. There is a set of trash cans. Anybody want a trash can? There's an old coin. That's a Georgian coin. Um, or is that Edward? Or Georgia Edward? I don't know. Um, here. Oh, look at this, y'all. Look at the crown. Look at that crown. Oh my goodness. Now remember, these are British Victorian, and what you're supposed to do is tell me to run it if you're interested in it, and I'll put it up for auction. That is, oh, that's a scooter. If anybody that's lived in Europe knows that this is the deal in the cities, the big cities, is to have a scooter. When I was younger, but not lately. There's an old grandfather clock, wishing well. Um, that's a little cabin. Here's a bell still got its little ringer in it. Set of rings. Um, let's see. This is what they call a money keeper. And y'all, that's a real 10 pound note in there. And during the Victorian times, they would actually keep little spare money in these charms. And there's one. You can see these are all sterling. Victorian, they're 100 years old or longer. And these are old. Bell, doghouse. There is another coronation. Oh, that may be Desiree's. All right, let's look on a different bracelet. And don't forget, at least one of you may be interested in one of these puffy hearts from the Victorian period. They are very popular, and some of them have got initials on them where they were personalized. That's quite a collection of puffy hearts. They're sought after by collectors. All right, let me find the beginning so I can keep up with what I've shown you. And I do have some of these little locks that I can sell. Not today, but just remember I've got them, and you can text me and ask about them. There's a clover. That's a travel. Oh, look at that. That's a teapot with a glass bead, probably a check bead. Look at that. Now, what you need to do is just tell me to run it, and I'll start the auction. $25 is what we'll start at. That is cute. Now, you know what? You could wear that on a pendant. Wouldn't have to be just a charm. I don't know. That turns me on. Teapot. Go figure. Um, this is weird looking through my camera at these pieces. What in the world is that? It looks like well, there's a kangaroo all mixed up inside of it. All right, there's an airplane. That can't be Victorian. Hmm. Somebody snuck a newer one in there. There's some skates. Here is that a basket? No. Is that a old football? Oh, it's an aviator's cap with the aviator glasses. How unusual is that? All things lovely. We're looking at Victorian charms. Sterling silver. Look at that. Faux pearl and a eagle's clasp. They're starting at 25. If you're interested, tell me to run it. I've only got a few that I'm selling. This is a castle. Somewhere I've got one of Westminster. But look at that castle. That's pretty cool. These are all British, so they're going to be English in theme. There's a swan. Some more travel mementos. Here's another bell with the knocker in it. Now, any of these could be used as pendants, don't have to be charms. Valdez, welcome in. We're looking at Victorian charms. $25 a piece. Just tell me to run it. And that is a ship, an old timey ship. That is that a billy club? The British, look at that. Yeah, Rachel, write them down, the ones you like. You can, any of you can text me and inquire about these, and we can, I can come back on and we can run an auction just for you. I'd want to do it within the platform here. But that's a little horn. But you can communicate to me that you like some of the. Look at this. Look at that. That looks like a Turkish shoe. That's what it is. It's a Turkish shoe. Have any of y'all been to Turkey? I have to 3 or 4 times. I love to go to Istanbul, and I have taken tours of the and conducted tours actually of the 7 cities that are the major church were established. The where Paul wrote his letters to 7 churches that are in were in Asia Minor, which is Turkey today. I don't know what is that. There's something inside a piece of glass here. Bears looking into. Here is another. Is that a globe? Oh, look at that. That's a globe, like you'd have in your classroom. Look at that. Is that a ship in a bottle? I think you're right. It is. It's a ship in a bottle. Wow. Y'all, that is a these are supposed to all be Victorian. Look at that. That is too cool. Oh my goodness. You got good eyes. All right, which way were we going? This way, I think. There's a bucket that's got, sorry, a bucket that's got, oh, it's a champagne bottle sitting in a bucket. That's fun. Uh, there's another old ship. And these travel mementos, somebody that had this charm bracelet traveled in Cardiff. That one says Cardiff. There is another little manor house or castle. A manor house. Doesn't that look like a manor house? There's another little travel thing from Plymouth. There is a lifesaver. And there's a key. A lot of keys. You'll see a lot of keys being sold and during the Victorian period. And that is a clown. I think that's a clown. Sorry, I'm trying to look at them myself and show them. They keep going out of focus. That's a bird. Yeah, that's a bird. All right, that's it. And here is, all right, this one is flat loaded. Now, I've got that heart open. I was trying to put it on. Um, this thing is loaded down in it. That's an urn. There's another travel thing from Lake, the Lake District. That's up north in England. That's a little pitcher. That's a sterling cup bucket. It's on hinges. Look at that. There's the sterling mark. There's the lucky horseshoe. Those are real popular back in Victorian period. There's no coal. Coal. Is that a coal basket? Looks like there's something sitting in it. I don't know if that may be another wine basket. Look at this. I like the ones that have got crystals set in them. That's an old lamp post. Okay. That's an old lamp post. Now, all y'all got to do is just say run, and if I don't see you right away, just keep after me, and I'll run it now. They're selling for $25. Okay, and let's see, where were we? These things are okay. Ooh, look at that. You know what that is? That's a watch fob with a black onyx. Boy, somebody ought to jump on that for $25. That is a Victorian watch fob. Now, you could wear that as a pendant. Anybody? Okay, Rosie B wants me to run that. Oh, Lord help. Starting at $25, a Victorian watch fob with black onyx. Oh, sterling. What a deal. Is that not? That is, and it would have hung, upside down like this as a watch fob. Now, I've got several of these that I have on necklaces. Vintage magnolias, we're looking at Victorian charms, all sterling. And Rosie has won that. Okay, let me take a picture of that. All right, I got a picture of it. I'll take that off and send it to you. Congratulations, friend. Okay, look at this. I told you I like the ones with the crystals in them. And this is and of course, these are all British Victorian. So there is a teapot. I think I can sell two more. So there's a teapot. That is cute as it can be. Oh my word. Why am I selling these? Okay. All right. Let's get over here. There's an old is that a taxi? Over there, one of those black taxis, cabs in England. That's cute. This is probably more Art Deco period than Victorian. There's some sort of critter. There's another one of those money savers, and that's a real $10 British pound in there. These were very practical. They were used. Uh, okay, here is something with a little crystal. That's a little poodle. Look at that. That's a poodle with a little stone for its belly. Okay. Anybody interested in the poodle? Does anybody wear charm bracelets anymore? Uh, back in the 50s, these were the thing to have was charm bracelets, and now collectors really hop on these things. Oh, here's a little articulated uh, carousel. Do you see that? It turns, or I thought it did. Yeah, it's a little carousel that turns. Wow, look at that. $25. Would you be able to run three at once? Yeah. Well, they're going to start at 25. You'd have to. I'd want 75. Um, I don't know how. Is that possible to do that? Or can it is? And can I go in and change the price? I probably could. Okay, so three at once. Okay, and you could whew. I tell you what, privately, if you win that, if I do it and you win it, can you privately text me which three you want? And I'll send you a photograph back and forth so you can confirm it. Can you do that? I'm going to go over into the store and edit the item. Oh, I'm learning something here. All right, 75. Okay. Save changes. All right, bring that to stage. Now, before I start it, need to confirm to me. Yes, okay. So what you're going to do is buy three, and then later you're going to send me a description of what they are, and I'll confirm it with a photograph, and we'll do the deed. Okay. All right. Starting the auction now. What's happening here, everybody, is that Flip and Des asked me to run three at one time, which would be 3 times 25, 75. And we're assuming she's going to win. This is an auction, but we're assuming that she's going to win. And then I'll privately discuss with her which one she wants. So, uh, clever girl. Clever girl. And thank y'all for letting her win that so easily. Well done. Okay, I'm gonna put that chain aside and all the and I tell you what, I'll show stuff I haven't shown. Let's see if I've got any more. I've got one more $25 slot left, and I'm gonna show you some of my favorite ones that I've got separately. And I paid 23. I must have paid 23 uh for each one, surely, because they're worth resale for me. I was doing them 25, but these are gypsy caravans, and I did a little short on my YouTube, which is under the name Pack Rat. Yeah, they're articulated. They open up, and you can see the little person sitting there at a table eating. Is that not adorable? So I've got these. Each one is 25. Each one's different. That one's a little different on the inside. And then I've got a larger one, so hang on just a second. But these are definitely Victorian. These are old. Dana sold these to me. Especially she got them at an auction. She knew I was collecting gypsy caravans, but I've got another one that's bigger that I don't have my acid testing, but they're all supposed to be sterling. It's got a different finish on it, but they're all supposed to be sterling, and so uh, I'd test it if I had my. There you go. It opens up that way, and you can look inside. So, is anybody interested? Mostly wanted to bundle the ones I like because I know you'd only run two or more. Okay, sure. It's excellent. Anybody interested in a gypsy caravan? That's what I can, for the last one that's available, I can do one of those, or I can do one of these puffy hearts, they call them. Now, these are all sterling, and they're all from the Victorian period. There's the marking silver, and look at the repoussé work on that. Now, uh, I can't believe I'm offering these for 25, but I am. The sterling mark on there, look, the repoussé work, the etching into the silver. I'm looking to see if anybody says they're interested. Now, a couple of them, because these are old, they're over 100 years old. They've got some dings on it, but these were every charm bracelet. Everybody had a puffy heart to hang. Let's just run through them real quick. Each one's a little different. There's this, they're all sterling. This one is, look at the repoussé work on that. Oh my gosh. This one's a locket. Y'all, look at this. This is a locket. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, there's that one. All right, this one is heavily uh, carved up. That's a, they're puffy. They are puffy. Okay, I'm not seeing any interest. There's another sweet little one there. These look cute on necklaces. That one's got a name on it. And it says Carl. Oh, that was probably somebody's boyfriend. There's another silver. Now that one's pretty. But it was common for him to collect them too. That was got a little dent in it, and put them on a bracelet like this. Now this bracelet is from the Victorian period also. But this whole bracelet is, hundreds of dollars. So I'm not selling the whole bracelet. But okay, no interest in that. I've got one more charm down here that's sitting here separate, and it's a horse. It's a horse. Anybody interested in the horse? The last charm. Oh, did I find there was Westminster? Let me see if I can find the Westminster. There's another taxi cab. One of those British black taxi cabs, and the Westminster. I thought as a building was. Oh, look at this one. That couple sitting on a bench. That's cute. Um, Here's another carriage. Look at that. And the wheels turn. I've got one more I can sell. So, anybody interested in one of these? There is an old timey car. That's a car, an old timey Ford car. There's a Celtic. Oh, look, that's got a stone in it. What is that? Like a Viking axe with a little stone. Now remember, you can put these on use them as a pendant too. Anybody interested in that? And the $25, because these are sterling and they're Victorian, they're over 100 years old. This one is a book. Let's see, I bet it opens up. Let's see if I can get it open. Yep, it's like a little locket that looks like a book, like a Bible, maybe. I'm trying to find Westminster, the cathedral. There's a harp. There's a harp. Um, I know it's in here somewhere. I think I've got another couple of bracelets somewhere, unless that's it right there. The one I'm thinking of actually has it written on the bottom of it. I think it's on my other. I've got a couple of other bracelets stashed around. I must not have it out. Okay, that is everything. We've been going for well over an hour. You guys are so sweet to hang out with me. Let me just look at you and talk to you. Thank you for coming to this part two at a weird time in the day. If you've taken your lunch break, I appreciate it. And the next time you'll see me in Lilyworks will be Saturday at 2 o'clock, unless I do a pop up between now and then. But I've got a good bit of preparing for Saturday, so maybe not. And I need to catalog process all this new jewelry that has come in from Dana over in England. And that takes me time to do that. And I have got three. I did a show Thursday. I did a show on Lilyworks Saturday and a train Saturday. That's three. And then Sunday, four. And today I've done two shows. I have done six shows and since Thursday, and everything's got to be packaged up and mailed. So probably won't do a pop up between now and Saturday. Thank you, everybody. You're so sweet. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for all your comments. And y'all are sweet folks, and I appreciate you. And I'm going to say bye. Bye. And Flip and Des, let me know which charms that you want, sweetheart. Okay.